Facebook ads. Facebook ads rule. Facebook ads rock. Facebook ads are what's happening right now in this whole realm of marketing and getting attention to your business and converting sales. Facebook is amazing. There are other ways to advertise as well. Of course, Google geofencing is huge, really, really huge. But Facebook ads, folks, Facebook ads totally rock. They totally convert. And a lot of people claim that Facebook ads do not work. And there's several different elements to this of why they don't work. Today I want to get more in depth about the length of time you should be running a Facebook ad, which is super important. But before I talk about that, there's other things on Facebook ads that are extremely important as well. A lot of people think that Facebook ads are making a post, looking at that post and say, okay, I'm going to throw $25 in that post and boost the post, because Facebook wants you to boost the post. They want you to boost everything because they want to make money. That's why Zuckerberg's a billionaire. So you boost the post, you throw $25 on it, you put it to people who like your page, you put it to people that maybe don't like your page, or maybe you just set up a little audience and there are people within a certain parameter that like beer and you're doing a beer post. Okay, that's not a good strategy for a Facebook ad. First of all, do a Facebook ad, you need to get Business Manager and then Ads Manager. You connect your Ads Manager to your Facebook Business Manager and go through Business Manager to run your ads through Ads Manager. And through there is where you can really get creative with your audience. And Facebook gives you several options when you go to create an ad, or you go to create an audience, or you go to create an ad. It tells you what kind of audience do you want to use. It tells you or what kind of ad do you want to do. You want to do an awareness ad? Do you want to do lead generation? Do you want to do video views? It gives you all these options. You're creating the strategy before you make the post. See, big problem is a lot of people make the post and then they throw money on it and they say, well, that's not working. Okay, there is a certain time you can do that, and I do that. I boost a lot of posts. But I understand that boosting a post is different than going into the Ads Manager and actually strategically planning something. Now, a lot of people don't have their Facebook Pixel set up. Their Facebook Pixel is something that you get off of Ads Manager, your Business Manager. You grab the Facebook coding, you put it onto your website, and then the two communicate to each other. So every time somebody goes to your website, you can retarget them on a Facebook ad. So a lot of us will go to Zappos, so we'll go to websites, we'll look something up, we'll leave the website, and then all of a sudden we go to Facebook and the ad is appearing on Facebook. And we're like, how did that happen? That's because they set up their pixel. Retargeting is one of the best ways, one of the best audiences for you. See, there's three types of guests. There's guests that are in the sidewalk lane. The sidewalk lane is a lane that nobody knows you, okay? Nobody knows you at all who's in the sidewalk. Then you have the slow lane. The people in the slow lane might have heard about you, might have been to your business a year ago. In my case, I own a restaurant. They might have been to me a year ago. They might have been to me 5 years ago. They might have heard about me from a friend, like saying, hey, let's go to this restaurant. I'm going to take you here someday. I'm going to take you there for your birthday. So I'm kind of on their radar. I'm not on their radar. Then there is the fast lane guest. The fast lane guest is your true guest, is your true client, is your true customer. They're people who know you, that do business with you. Out of those three people, those are three different messages. Three totally different messages. Now, if you're going on Facebook and just placing a blind ad, which is a boosted post or whatever, you're just posting, throwing money on it, you're getting a bunch of people out there that might see this or that will see this, but have no idea who you are, okay? People that don't know who you are need a stronger message. They're sidewalk people. You need to tackle them with your message, with your offer, with your lead magnet, with something so compelling that they're going to break their habit of going to another restaurant, another business, and coming to you. So you have to literally break their habit on that. So if somebody is on your website, they're more familiar with you than a sidewalk guest. They're in a lane transition. They're in a lane transition from sidewalk to now the slow lane, or maybe slow lane to fast lane. They might be a fast lane. They might just be going to your website to see what your specials are, or see something new or something. They might be visiting your website again. So those are two of the upper lanes of traffic that you want. Your message to them is different than a message that the person you need to tackle. So retargeting. When you go to Zappos, you know Zappos. You might have ordered something from Zappos. You might have not ordered something from Zappos. Maybe you just searched around the Zappos website. Now you go to Facebook. Zappos knows that you're on their mind because you're not a sidewalk. your slower fast lane. So Zappos is now giving you a retargeting ad. A retargeting is a very strong audience. It's a very, very strong audience. It's much better than just a blind post out there. Blind posts are great if you have the right hook, the right lead magnet, the right offer, such a compelling statement, such a compelling offer that people will break their patterns, like I said. So now, people say, well, Marcus, Facebook ads are just not working for me. I've wasted money on them, this and that. I don't do Facebook ads. Folks, in my restaurant right now, we're having a record-breaking year. We had a record-breaking fall. We had a record-breaking January, and in February too. We're so far ahead of revenue versus the previous years because I've upped my Facebook ads. I literally have 3 to 4 ads running at a time. $5 a day here, $5 a day there. I'll do a campaign for $50 for 14 days here. But my thought process, my strategy is much different. And where we're putting the ads are different places. The people that are seeing them are different. So, for example, we have an offer to a sidewalk guest. To a sidewalk guest. The sidewalk guest, again, is somebody who has not heard of you. We have offered them for a free birthday entree. And we're using birthday leads on Facebook. So we're taking people who have a birthday within 7 days. We're advertising them. And the lead is so compelling. The offer is so compelling. It's a free entree. It's like a $14 off of an entree. So buy one, get one or something. It's $14. $14 gift. That is a strong lead magnet to get that person on the sidewalk to change their pattern and come to me for their birthday or their birthday month or their birthday week. So that's the kind of mentality you have to have. All right. So now, talked about ads manager, business manager, ads manager. We talked about the pixel, okay? Talked about type of ads. So really the big thing here is now this comes straight from Facebook. I have a Facebook. I get on Facebook every probably other week. I'm on 45 minutes with a coach from Facebook. They help me out with ads. We run a lot of other people's ads as well. But I want to know in depth, what's going on. And we do a lot of tracking. We do a lot of conversions. We do a lot of split testing. So I go on with coach from Facebook, call somebody from Facebook who this is what their job is, and this is straight from Facebook's mouth right here. So to properly do an ad, you want to do it for 14 days. 14 days is the key cycle, okay? And the reason why 14 days, it's been explained to me by 2 separate people at Facebook now. 14 days, 7 days to learn Facebook to learn the audience. Facebook takes time. If you place a 4-day ad, your ad has to be so compelling to really attract the awareness and get the offers in. But a 4-day ad doesn't build the audience. So 7 days just for Facebook to start learning the algorithm, to start learning the audience, to start getting familiar with the audience. It takes the ad a while to start working. Then the first 7 days, it starts working. Then it optimizes out, and it goes for another 7 days to where it's really performing. And you can look at this. I've looked at this over on a lot of my ads over and over again. I did this with the Facebook associate representative. And after like 14, 15 days, the ad starts to drop off. So it's like a cup of tea. It's like a cup of tea. If you brew it for 3 minutes, a cup of tea, there's not enough flavor in it. If you brew it for 6 to 7 minutes at a certain temperature, the temperature is your audience, you're going to get maximum results. If you continue to brew that tea for 12 minutes, the flavor fades off. It's just like your ad. It starts to fade off, okay? So, 14 days for Facebook ads. 14 days. 7 days to learn an audience, 7 days to maximize it and get your results. But now you might have an ad that's working much beyond that. I have ads that just perform every day in and out. They just perform like crazy. So that's not an absolute rule that you have to run every single ad for 14 days. But you really want to go in and run the analytics and monitor what's going on there. And then you want to tweak and make changes. So for example, if you see that your audience is all females, age 35 to 44, then that is super key data for you. Or if it's all males. This is huge data for you to use when you place your ad on that for that context or that content. I'm a restaurant. Everything I post is going to be different. Whether I'm promoting wings, whether I'm promoting beer, wine, a trip to Italy, every single one of those audiences has different demographics. So it's not an all for one. People think that Facebook is an all for one. Boost the post, throw $25. It's an all for one, and it's done and said. That is so far from the case when it comes to Facebook ads. I would recommend, because it's a lot of stuff I've just said, and there's so much more beyond this, And explain this a lot of times to people. Every time you post on Facebook, people like your post, they comment, they click on the video and open it up and start listening to it. Every time somebody takes an action on your post, it's called an engagement. So when you're scrolling down your Facebook fan page on the wall, you'll see these posts. You'll see likes, comments, and then you'll see something called engagements. That little thing that says engagements with a number in there is people that have taken action. They might have not commented, but they've taken action. That right there is a whole audience in itself. You can run a whole audience on everybody who's actually engaged in your posts for the last 365 days. If you've heard this before, it's repetitive, and I'm sorry, but I keep saying this over and over and over again. That audience right there, and a lot of the stuff I'm saying here, is massive. That audience, that engagement audience is massive. These are people who, again, just haven't seen your stuff on Facebook. They've actually taken action on your stuff by making that brain physical connection to press a button to take some kind of action on your post. That, folks, is huge. They are another lane. They've moved up a lane. When as a guest moves up a lane, as a client, as a customer moves up lanes, no matter what business you're in, they're moving lane changing, they become a hotter client, a hotter customer every single lane change. So your goal is to get them to lane change until they're in that fast lane. Now, the message to a fast lane client, is basically you open the door for them and they will walk in. Here's a great example. We're doing this National Wine Day for $18 bottles. It's on the 18th of the month of February. We're doing this great promotion. That message right there, if I put it on a Facebook ad, I have to make that ad that's so compelling to somebody who's never heard of me. Now, if somebody is inside my restaurant and they're a regular guest of mine, and I say, hey, join us next Wednesday or next Tuesday or whatever day it is for $18 bottles, wine National Wine Drinkers Day, and they're sitting there drinking a bottle of wine as I'm talking to them, that is a fast lane customer. That's the only information they need is, hey, I'm doing a promotion for National Wine Drinkers Day. They might not even need to know the price because they're wine drinkers already and they're already in my door. The message is very different to them than that slow lane customer on Facebook. So it's not an all for one. It's not one size fits all here at all, folks. So I recommend that you study this stuff, learn it if you want to execute it yourself, or you hire somebody. You hire somebody who knows what they're doing. You can hire an agency. You can go to Upwork. You can hire all over the world from Upwork. You can hire here in America. You can hire wherever you want from Upwork, from people who know this. This is a great way to find people who know this. But now, do not say to somebody who works with you, who's in college, who knows social media, knows how to press buttons, don't think they know how to do a strategy. Doing a strategy is so different than making a post, okay? A lot of people say, that when I talk to restaurants, so who does your social media? Oh, I have Jack or John, they're home from college or they're in college and they understand this social media stuff. And I look at their stuff, I'm like, okay, Jack, John, or Jenny has not done anything productive as far as developing a strategy for you to actually execute a Facebook ad or a Facebook post. So the strategy comes into play. So every time somebody comments on a post of yours, every time somebody engages, you want to not only get them into your restaurant, but you want to get them into your database. So you need to bridge them from Facebook into your database where you get their email and where you get the phone number. So if you notice on my fan page, we'll post a lot of things, like we just posted something where, hey, what do you like on your burger? What belongs on a burger, brie or cheddar? And when they comment, a Facebook Messenger bot takes over, artificial intelligence, AI, takes over, gets their email address, gets their phone number, and shoots them an offer. And we place that to people who have never heard of the restaurant before, or I don't have them in my list. So you can take your whole email list. You can take all 10,000 people, all 500 people, take that into a file, upload it into Ads Manager and Business Manager, upload it into there, and from there, Facebook will advertise to those people on Facebook if they're registered Facebook users with that email, or they will build you a lookalike audience, people who look and act like those 500 or 10,000 people that are your true clients. And when you use a lookalike audience, you've got people that are your ideals that are now new clients. So something like this, that we put a free burger offer out there or a buy one, get one burger offer out there, is massive. It's a great lead magnet. And they're actually engaging now because they're answering. So they're answering, so they're engaging, they're lane changing. They see an ad, wow, free burger or whatever. They see an ad, this or that, they comment. Now all of a sudden they're lane changing from never hearing about us to now commenting on us to now grabbing their email, to now us emailing them an offer that's so compelling that they're going to come in my door and take us up on the offer. That right there, and those 3 lane changes can be done literally within a week from each other. And this is where Facebook is super, super powerful. But by posting on Facebook, do you like brie or cheddar on your burger, and never following up with anybody who answers on those, is lack of strategy. Because those people that are commenting on there are people that are engaging. And if you can target people that have never heard of you before, that's a great strategy. That's a massive strategy. So hopefully you're understanding this. This video will be on my YouTube for people to go back and watch. It'll be actually in my Restaurant Growth Secrets University to everybody in there, so they can easily have it at their fingertips and easily accessible at all times. And we'll go out into an email to those people and remind them, and then they can ask me questions on it. We can help them work with them. So we have Restaurant Growth Secrets University, which is this fantastic platform with hundreds and hundreds of videos just like this, explaining how to market your business, run your restaurant. It's for restaurateurs, but it works for every single business out there. Whether you're a tile company, whether you're a pet store, whatever I'm talking about right now is good for every single. Whether you're a cleaners, this is all pertinent, all relative to every business across the board. So you can go back to my YouTube channel and grab this and take a look at it, or you can go on to our Restaurant Growth Secrets if you're a subscriber to our program, and see a bunch more of videos just like this, all concise, and a lot of content in there that is not available on YouTube. We have a lot of exclusive only content on there. All right, folks, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it very much, and hopefully this helps you. So again, 14 days for a Facebook ad. The first 7 to learn it. Facebook needs to learn the audience, and this next 7 days to maximize it. Not a set in stone rule, but it's a rule that has helped, or it's a guideline that helps a lot of people with their ads and makes your ads successful. So Facebook ads work, they rock. They're totally helping me rock it out on my business. And if you need any information or any help at 50mistakes.com, help at 50mistakes.com, and we'll get back to you. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate it.